everybody, it's Glenda from Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. And you're stuck with me if you want to, well, you should stick with me. You really should, because I'm a good person to stick with, I think. Please do hit the subscribe and ding the bell so you get notifications. Give me a thumbs up. And we're going to do something tonight that I just realized I might be able to do. You'll find out in a little bit. Then I got to looking at this bee that I made a while back. Now, he's not very big, or she. It's kind of a queen bee. And I thought, well, geez, hummingbird wings are so tiny. Well, or thin and whatever. I made these, didn't I? I thought, well, I don't have to have the wings all the way out. And I could use a little wire. I'm going to try. Okay, there we go. I'm going to use the Super Sculpted Ultralight. I'm going to use that to get this all settled in place. Their wings are very long compared to their body. I'm sure if you've ever watched or seen a picture or watched a thing of a hummingbird. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover this with the ultralight. And then I'll bake that. Hopefully we'll be on our road to hummingbird. Well, we are baked. Oh, it's still falling out. Well, hopefully I will try this. Let's try this. Didn't lock my chair. And my camera decided to go. Still didn't lock my chair. There. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys the tubing that I pull around the house with me. It's like this stuff. I think I've shown it to you, but I've never shown you just how long, maybe. Maybe some of you, but for those of you who aren't, that's a 50-foot tubing. So I can get around the house, just about anywhere in the house, and even get out on the porch with it. There are a few problems with it that are not, I mean, they're aggravating. One of which is it gets caught on things. And it can be comical. I mean, I've gone to stand up from, like wherever I'm sitting, and that tubing's right underneath me, and I just stand up like I always have, and lo and behold, I instantly have my nose closer to the ground because I'm stepping on my tubing and pulling my nose closer to the ground. So yeah, that's kind of it doesn't, I mean, most of the time nobody notices, but I do. I notice it. I notice it for sure. For sure. Okay, this is going to be a little wider because it's going to be the tail feathers. Okay. Oh, that don't look more like a fishtail than a... We watched America's Got Talent. We were missing it there for a while. I don't know if... I mean, we watched some of the Olympic trials. It just depends on what it is. Kind of like most people, you know. Most of us have one particular sport or another that we enjoy. I like to watch figure skating and gymnastics. They had good gymnastics this year. It's like, wow. They're going to have some almost superhuman gymnasts. Yes, I talk to my clay, and I talk to my creatures. I talk to my characters in my books. Talk to my camera, which I'm thinking about you when I do that, though. And yes, I talk to my husband, too. I was telling him I talked to my doctor today. Well, I talked to his nurse, and she gave him the message, and he did the referral, but see about getting some physical therapy for my back, but I can't like go up several times a week because I don't drive anymore for several reasons. One being my breathing problems and the other being the medication that helps me with some of that and some of my other little wings just aren't working for me. You know, I want him to look like he's got tail feathers. I just don't want him to look like a fish or a dolphin. There we go. I was looking up stuff about the Amazon, you know, like in Peru, they do these whole cruises and stuff along, and wow, it's really wide there. It looks more like a really big lake, but it is the river, but at least the part that's in Peru. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to make some wings. Figure these little birds gotta be pretty darn strong. Because they... Oh, look at that, the tail. Because, I mean, I know they're little, but considering they've got their whole body to hold up and their wings just beat like 80 times is it 80 times a minute, 80 times a second, something like that. They're very fast to hold them up there so that they could get that nectar or whatever. They're very, very strong little birds. Let's give him some feathers. Wish that blend in better than that. I vibrate the whole table and everything. These wings scare me. They just really scare me. Yeah, by comparison to other, but that looks about right. The size of a hummingbird eye from what I've seen. There it is. I'm going to put it in the oven and bake it. Alrighty. We have a baked hummingbird. From here, I'm just going to give you a quick summary of how I finished this guy up. I used some silver, that metallic silver, and just kind of did a dry brush on there to give him some sheen. And then that wire and beak, I just painted that black because they have very long, thin beaks. So, and that's our hummingbird. He doesn't have legs because, to tell you the truth, I really wouldn't know how to make legs for this thing. They are so petite and their legs are so tiny. I wouldn't know how. But I think he's pretty cute. That's it. I'm done for the night. Here's looking at you. Be good. I love all of you. I'll see you Friday. And do take care of yourselves. And if you see a hummingbird, say hello. Smell wave. Good night.